ourselves, you know, I'm a daughter of the King, I'm a letter, I'm an ambassador, I'm the temple of the Holy Spirit. It helps shift your mind so you think of yourself as God thinks of you. So you see yourself more accurately, and then it's easier to see God more accurately. It takes the blinders off your life. And so that's one way. By turning up the truth, you just aren't fighting yourself as you're trying to achieve in life. And that'll kind of set you up for one of the decisions, decide to discover your uniqueness. I mean, each one of us has a God-given uniqueness. I mean, you have wonderful communication gifts, you're so friendly. God designed you that way. And in Proverbs, it simply says, train up a child in the way he should go. And that means according to their God-given bent.
Yes, don't make them yours.
Right. So
a lot of people try to make them your bent.
Exactly.
And when you do, you have problems down the road.
Exactly. And we do that to ourselves as women too. We think we have to look like the women in magazines, or our children have to obey like our next door neighbor's children, or our house needs to look like House Beautiful. We put a lot of pressure on ourselves rather than just being the person that God made us to be. And once you discover your uniqueness, it helps you know what to say yes to and what to say no to, because there's an art to the undone.
Well, I'm telling you, you must get this book. It's a great book, and it will help you. I love all those things that you put in there that will teach, like in every chapter.
Yeah, and at the end of every chapter, there's a decision point, a little puzzle piece because I think a lot of times people feel like their life is one big jigsaw puzzle that's been spilled out on the table, and then someone stole the box stop and they don't know how to put the puzzle together. And so there's decision points at the end of every chapter. They'll help put the puzzle pieces together. And like one of the puzzle pieces in Decide to Live Out Your Uniqueness is simply the process of taking a look back in order to go forward in the future. By taking a look back and looking for those spiritual markers, my guess is you started being a great communicator pretty early in your life. I know I did. My mom put me in a speech contest when I was 8 years old, and I had to give a speech on the parts of a lamb. I got a little gold medal. From that point on, my grandma and my mom, speak, Pam, speak. It set me up to do what I'm doing today. And how about you? When did you look back? What are some of your spiritual markers?
Well, it's not a spiritual marker, but with television, I've been there 38 years. And one of the things with television, I saw it as a tool to, I was in crafts and I had a store, and I saw it as a tool to push me forward, to push our store forward. And I remember the first time I was on television, I stood there and my knees were knocking. It was like my dad was a pastor, and when we had to sing, my knees would always knock. Get me out of here, Lord, help me, get out of here. But over the years, that's the plan he had for me. And I found myself hooking up with people who I love to watch them interview, and just hooking up that way, and that's kind of where God took me.
Look at all those spiritual markers. You were a pastor's daughter, so you were in front of people. You were a store owner, did crafts, so you had to teach people. And then you saw TV as a tool, so you made a decision to use a real powerful tool. And again, you're in front of people. Newspaper. Look at all the ways you've communicated. And so as women take a look back, it really is just like that verse. You'll hear a voice behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. They'll know what to do for their future.
And he'll lead you.
He will.
He will absolutely lead you. And if you go make a wrong decision and you put it in his hand, he'll just turn it around, make you go another way. So don't give up. If you say, I've really goofed up, I made a lot of just bad decisions, get this book. It'll help you to turn it around and go on.
In a really simple, easy to use, fun way.
I love this, like 5 seasons of womanhood. You've got that down here.
Right. Success in every season, whether you're young, a college student, whether you're a young mom, whether you are a midlifer and making those choices, or you're married to a husband in midlife, which can have its own challenges, and then you're launching kids into their adult years, or whether you're at the winter of your life and you're leaving a legacy. There's questions to answer, and there's decisions to make that help you be successful in that season.
So it's all, what is this? How can I decide? And you have attributes, green light, red light.
That's the page on how to avoid losers and varsity losers when you're a young woman and you're trying to figure out who to date. So there's a little plan in there, how to choose a good man and how to avoid the scary toxic ones.
So this is really good for singles, everybody.
It is. I
And how to
wrote
make
it so that it would go across the ages. And so there's things in there for young women at the beginning of their life. They'll help them set them up for a life of good choices. And there's things in there to help a very busy woman in the middle of her life that's just like, oh, I need to regroup. Yeah. And then there's things in there for women in the second half of life who really want to turn around and wrap their arm around somebody and have a life that counts in life's second half and really make a difference. And
well,
so
here you have one that's lived by love. And that's a biggie because that's what we need to do, isn't it?
Yeah, how to prioritize the people in your world. You know, some people deserve more access to you. For example, your family deserves more access to you than just the typical person on the street. Some people have my cell phone and some people don't have my cell phone. And the reason why is because when I said I do to my husband, he went up the priority. He went up the ladder. My mom walked the floor with me as a baby and taking care of me when I was sick and growing up. She went up the list on the ladder. My children, when I gave birth to them, they're up the ladder. And so it's okay to prioritize the people in your world.
Well, we just want to challenge you. As you've heard, Pam, she does such a good job, and every time I have you, I just love you. She does such a good job on writing books that really make a difference in your life. And this is just another one, The 10 Best Decisions a Woman Can Make by Pam Farrel. You're going to want to get the book. It's awesome, and I know you'll enjoy it. Thanks, Pam, and thank you for watching By the Book.
This was a good decision to watch.
That was
Ladies, did you know that true and lasting success in life is all about discovering who God is and who He has made you to be? The path to that success is made clear in The 10 Best Decisions a Woman Can Make by Pam Farrel. Do important decisions that need to be made regarding your career, family, and ministry have you stressed and overwhelmed? This important book shows you just how to tap into God's grace and power in fresh and new ways. Learn how to please God rather than people and realize how precious you are to the Lord. The 10 Best Decisions a Woman Can Make is available for this special offer of $12.99. Simply call 888-725-8033 or log on to our website, buythebook.tv. Request offer number 246. Buy the book today. By the Book's Dorothy Spaulding opens her heart in her book, We Walk by Faith, Not by Sight, a story that will connect with every reader. As Dorothy shares her real adventure in faith, walking the cross thousands of miles throughout the United States, for 8 years witnessing and challenging people to be bold witnesses for Jesus. Order your copy by calling 888-725-8033 for just $14.95 plus shipping and handling. Ask for offer number 140.